Good morning. I'm tandynhd and this is my submission for the GTS202 video presentation. The topic for the presentation is how COVID-19 affected my life. However, before I begin with the topic, I think it would be crucial to know more about my life prior to COVID-19. This would ensure there's a continuity in the story. So back in November 24th, 2001, I was born in Thimphu, the capital of Bhutan. Oh wait, I just have 5 minutes, right? Okay, so I guess I can't go into all the details. So moving forward, August 2019, I come to Thailand and join SIT for my bachelor's degree. Life used to have a proper schedule back then. I got up at 7 a.m. daily, got ready, left my room and reached the university by 9 a.m., attended classes, and that is how I usually ended up spending the first 9 to 10 hours of my day. The classes ended around 4 p.m., and that is the time that me and my friends went to the LC. LC was the learning center in Thammasat University, and it's a place where me and my friends usually met and hung out for the longest time. We would talk to each other, do our work, and have fun in general. Weekends were no different, except for the fact that I slept until 12 p.m. because I saw no reason to wake up before that. And when I would finally get up, I would go to meet my friends for skating, badminton, cycling, swimming, or whatever we were doing that day. In a nutshell, I had my day sorted and I used to live life to the fullest. Then came the pandemic, and with it came new changes. University closed all of a sudden, and that still wasn't the most important change in my life. The biggest problem that I started to face as COVID-19 crept into our lives was that of food. I'm a vegetarian, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that it's next to impossible for you to find vegetarian food in Thailand. I luckily am a lacto-ovo vegetarian, due to which I can eat eggs. Therefore, when I was in the university, I had made my Thai friends ask the cook to make some egg fried rice for me. All I had to do was go there and say khao pad khai, which literally translated to fried rice and eggs. I did that when I needed to find the food near my apartment as well. I just said khao pad khai and there it was. But with the pandemic coming and the government getting strict about lockdown, many restaurants had started getting out of business, and among them happened to be my daily restaurant. My food situation ended up being so bad that I decided to go back to Bhutan, and that wasn't the easiest process either. Both going and coming back from Bhutan involves 35 days of quarantine, hundreds of paperwork, God knows how many PR tests, and I'm sure during this entire process, I must have ended up with more Q-tips up my nose and down my throat than I've had in my ears. So I was basically back in Thailand again, but now I no longer had a proper schedule like I did before. Of course, I had my online classes, but they ended in the first 3 hours. And the bad thing about online classes is that they are online. I don't have to prepare for them whatsoever. I just wake up, join the class, and that's a very unhealthy way to attend classes. That's my opinion at least. Not having a proper schedule gave me a lot of free time, and I had no idea what I could do with that. So I rekindled my joy for music. Like, I started playing my piano again. I'm sorry, I'm just turning it on. So when I had gone to Bhutan, I had brought my keyboard with me, and then I started playing it again. And also in Thailand, I bought a guitar and a ukulele, and I started playing with those two. However, soon I realized that just like everything is, I got bored of things. I just needed a new pastime. That's when I rediscovered chess, and I fell in love with it. Yeah, chess, the age-old ancient game. I used to play it with my dad and my brother back in childhood, but as I got into high school, I just didn't have enough time for it, I guess. So I stopped playing it. Then this was the perfect time. I had nothing else to do. I started playing chess and I really enjoyed it. I began playing and consuming so much chess content that I ended up really loving YouTube and YouTube streams as a byproduct. It was the first time in my 19 years of living that I realized YouTube was way more than just watching random videos here and there. I started following a chess YouTuber called Samir Rana and watched him for a few hours daily for the rest of the lockdown. I in fact got so much into YouTube that I also started a YouTube channel where I uploaded music videos and chess streams that not many people watch, but I really enjoyed doing that. So this entire setup that you see right now is my streaming setup, and this piano and ukulele and guitar are what I use for making my music. And while all this happened, one might think that my social life must have taken a toll. However, just like classes, me and my friends successfully digitized our recreational time. We ended up having a lot of Discord watch parties, game nights, and just talking on Discord in general. For anyone who does not know what Discord is basically just another social, I wouldn't call it social media app, but it's a good platform for people to make servers and talk to each other and just hang with each other. Also, universities were closed, but I'm running out of time, so I'll not talk much about it other than the fact that I miss on-site classes. They were much better than online classes. In summary, I know that I'm a very lucky guy to not have been affected by this COVID and feel very sorry to anyone who has. Most of the effects that COVID-19 has had on my life are weirdly positive. It gave me a much required break from all the workload. Some say that I did get lazier, but I would say that taking a break from work is always better than just working myself out. Also, the pandemic showed me that I can totally pull off having a good social life digitally while spending enough time with my creative self, making music and YouTube content. All this while doing that, all this while doing the things that I love, which are playing chess and music. COVID-19 is something that has caused harm to many people. However, it has also shown us how adaptive and resilient we humans as a race are. We adapted and learned how to live in this new world, so much so that this feels like the new normal now. COVID-19 has affected all of us around the globe. However, I think there's enough pain in the spotlight and on the news channels, so we should highlight some small goods that we see here and there. The entire pandemic was terrible and shouldn't have ever happened, but it has, and there is nothing that we can do about that now. The only thing that we can now do is look at the glass half full. Thank you. This is Tandynhd.